All right, we're going to work on interpreting conditional relative frequencies in this example. So the marketing team concludes that there is a greater variance between the percent of men and women who like veggie pizza than veggie burgers. Do the survey results support this conclusion? So if we calculate the conditional relative frequency for each column, this will allow us to analyze male and female preferences within each food choice category. So we're going to create another table. It's just going to look a little bit different than the last one. We still have our veggie burger. We have our veggie pizza. Over here we have our males. We have our females. And because we're being asked to compare the burgers versus the pizza, I want the totals of burgers and pizzas, where before we were comparing males and females. Now it's focused more on the pizza versus the burger. So let's find the conditional relative frequencies. So what that's going to look like is how many males chose the veggie burger. That was 50 males out of how many total people? 110. So it's not out of all the males, but out of the people that chose burgers. How many were male? Gives us about 45%. Let's just go straight down. So how many females chose the veggie burger? We had 60, but this time it's out of how many people that chose the burger? 110. Not out of the total females, but out of the people that chose the burger, and that is 55%. Total, we have 110 people that chose, of males and females that chose the burger out of 110 total people, so that should be 100% in that total column. All right, let's look at the veggie pizza. So veggie pizza, we had 40 males that chose the veggie pizza out of how many people total chose the veggie pizza? 115. So that's the change from the last video, is what we're dividing by. How many females chose the veggie pizza? That's 75. Out of all the people that chose veggie pizza was 115, 65%. And then how many total people chose the veggie pizza, male and female combined, is 115 out of the total 115, giving us 100% right there. So what this is allowing us to do is to analyze male and female preferences within each food choice category. All right, so now that we have our conditional relative frequency table, let's look at what they were asking us to kind of analyze here. The marketing team concludes there is a greater variance, so a greater variety, between the percent of men and women who like veggie pizzas and the percent of men and women who like veggie burgers. So let's do a little bit of comparing here. Let's focus on the what did they say first? The pizza. So here we had 35% of the men chose the pizza. Of all the people that chose pizza, 35% were men, 65% were women. That's about a 30% difference, all right? So let's look and see if the difference for the burgers was that big. So of everyone that chose burger, 45% were male, 55% were female. That's only about a 10% difference. So the pizza had a greater variance. That's what it was asking. So is there a greater variance between the percent of men and women who like veggie pizza? Yes. There were, because this table allowed us to compare the percentages here and here. And there is a greater variance. There's a bigger difference between 35% and 65%. All right, so our follow-up question down here. What conclusion could you draw if the percentages for male and female customers were the same across the rows in this table? So if the percentages were the same, Of the customers who prefer veggie pizza, there is no significant difference between males and females when compared to the customers who prefer veggie burgers. So if percentages are the same going across, there would be no significant difference.